Coach, we'll get started with you and then move on to Alex. 2012 was an emotional year for you and your program. Looking back, what do you take away from the year?
Last year at this time, I was sitting next to Tim, if everyone remembers. And then today we got a little bit of closure, on the whole situation. As that closure has come, I ask everyone to continue to pray for Tim's mom and dad and his older brother, because they still, even though people say this is a great day, it doesn't bring us Tim back. And as Alex will tell you in a little bit, Tim was loved by everyone on our team, and we won't forget. Obviously, what the kids went through last year is something that I hope and pray that they never have to go through again. There is no manual in the coaching book to tell you how to deal with the type of situation that we had to deal with last year. It's still, I know it chokes a lot of us up still to talk about it and to think about it. I don't think it's fair to Tim's honor and Tim's memory to try to win football games in his memory this year. We did that last year, and I think that was a fair thing to do. And talking with people that I trust and talking with his mom and dad, we honored him by doing that. I don't think that's a fair way to go about it this year. The way we'll remember Tim is by how we act, how we treat people. It's changed us. It's changed me. Gino and I were at a Fellowship of Christian Athletes dinner this spring, and one thing that just echoed in my ears, and I just can't. Gino, you can tell me afterwards. We said, someone asked the coach, they're like, "Hey, how are you going to be next year?" And the coach's response was, "I'll tell you in 20 years." And we're so focused on winning, but I'll tell you in 20 years when their parents and their husbands and their workers in the society. And I thought that was, a great comment, and that's something that with this tragedy that has happened really just shown me that's more about the kids in our program. Yeah, we want to win, and we're very competitive, but it's more about the kids and making sure that they're good human beings when they graduate in 4 years, and it is about the wins and losses. But it taught us a lot. We'll never forget, and we'll always remember number 5.
Coach, you have one of your most senior-laden rosters of your career. What are you expecting from the 28 seniors you have?
Well, I brought Alex with me today. I'm sure you're going to ask a question about him, but he's probably the best player on our team. I say probably. And but he's not even the second best athlete in his family. His sister is at Duquesne on a soccer scholarship. And his dad was Muller and Slippery Rock. And I bet you if I dug deep enough, I bet you I could find that his mom was better than him too. He was teasing me at lunch. He's like, "Coach, do you think I can get $7,500 for my autograph?" I'm like, "I don't think you get $750." And we do have I brought out he's a senior. We do have a senior-laden team. Kids that have been together through a lot of games and a lot of emotional situations. We have a senior quarterback too, which obviously that helps. And 3 senior offensive linemen. So that is really going to help us. And our leader on defense, BJ Monticelli, is a senior too. So all that is going to help us. But again, if I had a freshman who was a better player, I would play them over a senior with experience because a 10 more talented player is going to be a better player. So the senior stuff helps, I think, and people have talked about that, but it's only going to carry you so far. But we are excited to have so many seniors. We always graduate 22, 23, 24 seniors, and like Coach Ryder said, you're proud of your program when you do that every year that we have, because it shows that the kids enjoy the program, whether they're playing or not, and it's other things besides playing, and those kids staying in the program is terrific.
Coach, last question. I had one more for you, but you hit on it about Alex. So the last question I'll ask is, the offense returns many key players, but your defense also looks to have a lot of new starters this year. Is there one player defensively who we can look for to make an impact?
I don't want to. BJ is going to be terrific. We looked in the same thing Coach Hilbert said. We're going to be as fast on defense as we've ever been. We took our defensive ends, moved them to defensive tackles in some instances. We took our linebackers, moved them, to defensive ends. We took our secondary guys and they're making them linebackers. you know, our kickers are now in our secondary. No. Well, we did some things on defense to help speed our defense up. I think a name to look out for is Shane Smith. And I think Alex would agree. And Shane actually ran for 180 yards in a game for us when we had to play him as a backup quarterback. He was the Western New York Player of the Year a few years ago, missed his freshman year with a torn ACL. He had a necessity. I didn't want to play Alex at quarterback anymore. But out of necessity, we had to play Shane last year at quarterback. For a kid like that, we haven't decided where we're going to play him at. We could play him at safety, we could play him at linebacker, we just haven't decided. But a kid like that, there's a name for you that I think could have a terrific season for us this year.
Thanks, Coach. If you could pass the mic to Alex. Alex, this will be the first time of probably many times over the next couple of weeks you get this question, but with the number of talented wide receivers in Washington and Jefferson history, how does it feel to be only 15 catches away from becoming your school's all-time leader?
I mean, it's a pretty cool accomplishment, but with that, I mean, I couldn't have done it without like a supporting cast. Matt Bliss, I mean, I played with him in high school. He's a great quarterback, and then Gino Ramita, freshman year, doing some passes. But I mean, it's an individual like accomplishment or statistic, whatever. But I mean, overall, it comes down to like without a team, you can't really get that accomplishment. So I mean, I'm blessed to be in the position that I am. Hopefully, I get 15 touches. I don't know, maybe. But no, it's a cool thing to.
You played quarterback last year against Teal and run the ball on a bunch of reverses. How do you like being in an offense that can give teams so many different looks?
I enjoy it. I mean, I always nag on him to make me quarterback more, but I mean, I really don't have an option. But it's cool to get moved around a lot, give teams different looks. Usually I play in the slot, but I mean, I like playing the slot. That's like my natural position, but I like getting moved around. I mean, it's fun, get different looks.
Do you feel your role changes at all this year as a senior leader?
I mean, like approaching a game or like the huddle, I mean, yeah, you gotta be more vocal, especially for the younger kids that are playing. And another thing, getting in like this season is weird because it's like your last time. Like it'll be last time playing all these teams, last camp you go through, and it's actually like the last time like ever you play. So you really take that to heart, and you just want to give your best effort every time.
Alex, last question for you. Winning conference championship a year ago and earning the NCAA automatic bid out of the PAC, how satisfying was that for you and your teammates to fulfill Tim McNerney's goal?
I mean, last year was something that none of us expected, like, ever would happen to any of us. And for that to happen, it really hit home. And I've never been like a part of a team where everyone came together so quick and so we just bonded after that. And we made our goal was to win the PAC championship in honor of Tim. And one of the most amazing, like I can't even describe it in words, was when we handed the trophy to the McNerney family. I mean, that alone that was a highlight of my year. But to win it in honor of Tim and his family, it was just an amazing feeling. And as Coach said, like, Greg is honored to try and win games and like this year in honor of him. But I mean, we still had that in the back of our head. Like we got a new weight room, we have his picture and his memorial. So I mean, it was an honor to do that. But I was blessed to have that experience.
Thanks, Alex. And Coach, W&J will open its season September 7th at Worcester.